Hello, everybody. I'm Brooke Lieb. I'm a teacher of the Alexander Technique. I'm a graduate of the American Center for the Alexander Technique, where I served as the fifth and last director of training until we closed our doors in 2018 after over 51 years of training teachers. And I'm here with my delightful and esteemed colleague, Mark Josefsberg, who's also an ACAT alum. Mark, it is great to be here with you.
It's great to be here with you too, Brooke.
So, I think one of the reasons, as you pointed out in that blog we did about why you became a teacher, and certainly it's been my experience, Alexander teachers are reaping the benefits of the Alexander technique the whole time that we're teaching.
Absolutely.
Not to mention while we're doing our laundry and brushing our teeth, because we are thinking about this work all the time. So, what are some of the benefits that you've reaped as a result of living this work all of these years? What are some of the ways it's filtered into your daily life, but also like how do you feel after a day of teaching?
Yeah, who said teach one, is it's some expression like that. When you teach, you get something back.
When you give a lesson, you get a lesson.
Okay, we'll take that. That's for sure. I even said that to a student like about an hour and a half ago. Exactly, like I feel better. He was walking, he's more upright, he felt better. He was spiraling when he walked, and he looked good. And I said, I feel the same way. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to become a teacher, just to stay in this completely. Other benefits is I think it helped open up my mind to other things. I'm trying to delve more into the mind part of mind body. Like, yeah, we have habits. We stand up and we tense our neck first, or we poke our neck forward, kind of physical habits. But we also have habits of like worry or anxiety. And I'm finding that I want to use it for that more and teach that a little bit more. Like when you wake up from one of those bad dreams of and being anxious about something that may or may not happen, what do you do? And one of the things I do is like I employ the principles as best I can. And I might even, just quickly free my neck, let my head rotate forward and up, let my shoulders release down. I may do some whispered ahs. And by that time, I already split the attention between that worrying thing and something else I'm thinking about. I think the body is always accessible, so you can go right there, and it kind of weakens it. And you're not feeding into that kind of anxiety. So I'm really into that lately.
Well, that reminds me, we have all been living through an unprecedented experience in our lifetime, which was the COVID pandemic and having
Mhm.
shut down. Um, are there any ways you can think about that come to mind about how Alexander Technique helped you personally navigate these last 4 years?
Yeah, the last 4 years of politically and COVID and everything else. Yeah, it would be the same thing. It was just the anxiety over it. I tried to use COVID as best I could, as long as I'm stuck here in my apartment, to take courses and study. I started to teach a lot more online, which is I think, surprisingly effective. You don't have all the tools, but I find it surprisingly effective, and I've taught some people and helped them greatly. And some of the people I'm thinking about eventually found teachers near where they live, even when COVID was over. A lot of people were uh, don't have access to teachers, and I'm finding that the online teaching really helps that.
It's been amazingly surprising.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know for me, I just managed not to fall into a pit of despair and to, what's the word? Reinvent how I taught, who I taught,
yep.
and how, the pace of my life.
I
Yeah,
think it helps you adjust, the AT in general helps you just adjust to
yeah.
whatever is happening out there.
And, you know, nobody told me, none of my teachers said to me when I started studying that this work would give me tools to deal with psychological, emotional, and spiritual things. But
Right.
I'm so much better at problem solving, at finding resources, and
Mhm.
at getting help and asking for the right help faster.
Mhm.
Yeah, the technique's pretty much
That's
amazing that way.
that's great.
Yeah, I think teachers, I think we do live and age well when we have this work. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.